Imagine moving into a sprawling Gothic manor inherited from your late grandmother, determined to use the eerie isolation to pen your next novel, only to realize that a brilliant, terrifyingly lethal dark web vigilante has targeted you as his ultimate obsession, orchestrating a high-stakes, real-time game of cat and mouse where he manipulates your environment from the shadows, monitoring your every breath through hidden cameras, and breaking into your bedroom just to leave you completely paralyzed with a terrifying blend of fear and forbidden desire. This is the breathlessly intense, high-octane, and utterly polarizing reality that engulfs Adeline Reilly in H.D. Carlton's global dark romance phenomenon, Haunting Adeline, a monumental masterclass in the stalker, forced proximity, and extreme mutual obsession genres that demands an absolute trigger warning and functions as a mandatory listen for fans of unhinged, high-heat audiobooks where every low, masked whisper sends shivers straight down your spine. Adeline, a fiercely independent author, is already struggling to process structural family trauma while actively investigating the decades-old unsolved murder of her great-grandmother inside the very walls of Parsons Manor. Enter Zade Meadows, a dangerously attractive, heavily tattooed anti-hero who leads an elite underground vigilante syndicate dedicated to tearing down global human trafficking rings. Zade is a cold-blooded killer in the streets, but the moment he lays eyes on Adeline, his rigid psychological armor completely shatters, turning him into a possessive predator who treats her not as a victim, but as his permanent prize. What begins as a terrifying invasion of privacy rapidly spirals into a scandalous, high-heat psychological war zone as Zade weaponizes his elite cyber intelligence to dismantle Adeline's defenses, forcing her to confront the darkest corners of her own hidden desires. Carlton masterfully structures a multi-layered, fast-paced narrative, layering a gruesome real-world crime thriller plot over an intense, boundary-pushing slow-burn romance. As Adeline gets closer to unearthing her family's dark history, Zade transitions from a terrifying stalker into her ultimate, fiercely protective guardian, unleashing his unhinged alpha instincts to shield her from a very real, sinister corporate syndicate closing in on the manor. The dual POV audiobook format elevates this dark masterpiece to legendary status, utilizing a thrumming conversational dual narration that perfectly captures Zade's deeply possessive low growls and Adeline's sharp, defiant intellect. It is a triumphant, pulse-pounding, and emotionally chaotic ride that culminates in a jaw-dropping cliffhanger, proving that when the monster in the dark decides he loves you, the absolute safest move is to stop running and let the shadow completely consume you.